Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Space Zeah. If you were here last time, you saw us get a fair amount of levels and start our quest throughout Correct. In this episode, we're going to start off with getting some Hosidius favor. We're going to go until we have 45% Hosidius favor. Oh. This is going to happen a lot. This should get us some of our early crafting experience as well as some of our early farming experience. We'll probably be doing this until we get to 45%, which then we'll do something else. I'll talk about that when we get there. Alright, looks like it's getting pretty close. Just gotta repair this, and there is 45 Hosidius favor. I won't need to do this again for a while. Doing this grind got me quite a few crafting and farming levels. This means I won't need to do nearly as much work for getting it later in the series. So, on to the next part. The next part being, now to do the servery. The servery here actually gives me a bunch of things I need. It gives me some cooking experience, I'm pretty sure. But more importantly, it gives me a lot of favor really quickly. So I'm actually going to really quick make all the stews I need in order to get to 100% Hosidius favor. And I'll see you back when I do that. But into my low cooking level, it's the fact that I only didn't burn 14 of the 25 stews that I made. Let's see what this does with the servery and see how much favor I get. Not very much, but I did get some cooking experience, so hopefully the next batch should go a bit better. I just realized I should probably go over the process of how I do this. So first I go to this utensil cupboard and grab a bunch of bowls and fill the entire inventory. Then I take these bowls and bring them over to this sink. Then what I do is I drop the entire inventory of bowls of water. Don't worry, they don't go away. They just go onto the floor and take out a ton of potatoes. And then I drop those in a separate pile. I take a bunch of the bowls of water that I put on the ground and pick those up, but not all of them. I then pick up a bunch of potatoes and then I mix them together. I'll come back when these are done. I also forgot to mention, when I need to do the rest of them, I drop the incomplete stews over here. So now that I've got these incomplete stews, what do I do now? Well, I drop all these incomplete stews over here. Once they're all dropped, I can then grab a bunch of meat from this table. And I need to take care of this pretty quickly, but my goal is to get one cooked meat for every single one of those incomplete stews on the ground. And once I have all of them done, if I have any burnt ones, I drop them, pick up some fresh ones, and cook those until I have a full inventory of unburnt ones. Oh, my first genie. These are always going to go into Slayer until I somehow hit 85. That's 11 Slayer, which is a pretty big one. Not really, but it is big that I'm able to train Slayer. So I'm going to re-pick up all these stews And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the meat that I did with the potatoes. Then once you have a full inventory of uncooked, serve-rate uncooked stews, you just take it to this oven, and yeah, you're gonna burn some with this level, but hey, getting some cooking experience, and more importantly, getting Hosidia's favor. And now this inventory, I got a lot more cooked ones, and appreciation's still pretty high. Let's see what I get from this. From 53, yeah, about 10% favor, and I got some more cooking levels. This is actually going to be really great. So I'll come back next time I have a full inventory. Now that you know the full process, I'll probably come back when I'm finished with the whole 100% favor. Another inventory, and okay, I got about 11% and 2 more cooking levels, which gives me Chef's Guild, but I'm literally never going to go there because that's in Varrock. I did realize whilst I was in the middle of that batch, 1, I dropped the hammer, and 2, I equipped the Carehead's Memoirs, which means I have another free inventory space. So that's my update for this one. Come back when I got the next one. Next inventory is... okay. And 33 cooking. I can't do either of those. But hey, I'm getting pretty close. I'm guessing 1, maybe 2 more inventories. Just depends on my luck with how many I burn. Alright, see you then. Okay, I got really unlucky with the burn rates this time, as you can see by just how many are burnt. But let's see how much this gives. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do 1 more, but hey, I got 2 cooking levels out of it that time. I can now cook pizzas, and I can make wines. I can now cook other stuff that I can't do at all. Actually, I could make Forester's rations, but they aren't very useful. So, okay, let's finish it up. Next inventory should do it, unless I get ultra unlucky. And of course, this one had even worse luck with it, but it shouldn't matter because I only need 4%, and there. I can't get any information from the cooking tutor in Lumbridge, but now I can actually lock in this 100% favor. Once I have 100% favor, I can actually talk to people to get this locked in for certain, as I can do a little mini quest eventually, but doing the little steps is what completely locks it in place and makes it unable to move. So what I do is I talk to this guy in the courtyard of Karend, and I just say that I can help, and I just talk with the different architects in the city. Let's talk to the one from Hosidius. My brain was being stupid. I thought that someone else was the guy from Hosidius, but no, the guy over there is the one from Hosidius. Now it's on to the next part of the plan, which is going to be, honestly, a lot more fun than just cooking and plowing the fields. Alright, now that I've got 100% Hosidia's favor, I only needed 15% to do this, but I wasn't sure whether this could lower it, and also there's other things that I want 100% Hosidia's favor for, but now I can steal from these 2 fruit stalls over here. I'll probably need to wait till I have more run energy to be able to steal from both, but my goal is to actually collect enough of certain fruits to be able to make some super compost. I'll show you when I get them. After a few levels, I managed to actually get... Let me grab these strange fruits real quick. I want to have more than necessary potentially for a little trip I've got coming up. But anyway, now that I've got these fruits in my inventory, time for the main reason why I unlocked this room in particular. Because right here is a compost bucket. You see, I don't want just regular compost. If I'm going to be composting my plants, which I definitely will be, I'm going to want super compost at the very least. I'm a little sad that I can't use ultra compost on this account ever, but super compost is actually really good. So, once I fill this up and close it, in a little while, it should give me some ultra compost. And then, in the meantime, I have a bit of a plan. I'm gonna need to grab some food though real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, got through buying all my wines from here. Anyway, this is gonna be a pretty dangerous thing, but to the bold go the spoils. I'm gonna need to head all the way up to Mount Quatamortum. I'll see you when I'm at the foot of it. Alright, so I got the help of an Ultimate Iron Man in my group chat for Deserted, so I should be able to get up to Chambers of Zarek. This should work. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so now that I have that unlocked, it's time to get a few other things done. Namely, the main reason I did that, and I probably should have brought it with me now that I'm thinking about it, is I'm going to be heading to Land's End. Now, the actual fastest way there, I'm pretty sure... Actually, what the heck am I doing? I'm just going to travel south. I was thinking about going all the way to Port Piscarius. But I'm just gonna walk there. Not that far. And there's nothing dangerous in the way. So, I'll see you when I get there. Alright. Somewhere in here is gotta have it. No. No. Is it this one? Might be in this one. I forget where it is, but I just know that it's somewhere. Bird snare, not what I'm looking. Oh, there it is. There it is. I also need an axe and a tinderbox. So let me find those real quick. Yep, I forgot the general stores exist. But with these general stores, I suppose I can just drop that bird snare. I can head straight to Chambers of Zarek and get my hunter there. I will see you when I get the raid layout that I need to enter the Chambers of Zarek. But I'm not actually going to really do this. What I'm looking for is the potential to do a resource room. Alright, it took me a while to scout it out, but I finally found it. A raid that the first room is a resource room and has guanic bats. Oh, I need to actually wield the net. And I will let the hunter training begin. It's probably going to be a bit before I even get my first experience. But let's see if I can get into this clip. There we go. Oh god, this is gonna be slow. But I gotta do it to 15 hunter. Let's do this. I realized while I was doing this, that this is actually not the best way to get hunter experience. I completely just glossed over the fact that there's Crimson Swifts over here, and that is so much more experience per hour. And then once I get to 900, I can catch Copper Longtails over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go back. I made a mistake. Time to grab... I'm just gonna leave the raid. I realized after wasting 15 minutes and getting 2 hunter. So I'm just gonna head back. Yeah. This is a good idea. Alright, now that I'm here, and I also double-checked and realized that I messed up my recording a little bit, here we are, and I can drop, I'm gonna say most of this stuff. I'm gonna drop most of the wines, and I'm gonna keep 2 more, just a little bit, and some run regen, and now I have a hunter training spot. I'm going to train my hunter, and I'm going to train my cooking. I'm going to cook every bird I get. I'm going to bury every single one of their bones. And this should be even better than the bats I was using before. So, let's see how long it takes for me to get 15 hunter. I would be able to train my cooking as well. Looks like I won't be doing that. Oh well, I can train cooking pretty easily in a lot of places. Now this next little thing might not seem nearly as big, but the message is huge. To prayer. It's gonna be a while, but eventually I'll be able to get these 3 prayers down here. Once I get those, okay, that's gonna take a long time to get those, but I'll figure it out eventually on how to get 73 prayer. It'll probably be with the dragons somewhere. Probably those red dragons in Porthos, but I'll figure it out later. Anyway, back to bird hunting. I just realized I forgot to turn on the level notification thing. Hold on. Spent a fair amount of coins getting a bunch of stuff that's going to be very useful. Because my next thing I need to really focus on doing more of is farming. I need to get my farm runs up and going much more often. I'm going to really quick actually empty these out. I'm going to keep these red feathers because I will be doing some wood cutting soon, and once I have the fire making levels out of the way, I want to have a little bit of fletching done, so having some feathers to make arrow shafts, and it'll just be nice having the ability to make arrow shafts. So I'll have feathers to use them with immediately. Won't be too many, but let's make a few buckets, my first few buckets of super compost. This should also get me potentially a level or 2. I don't know exactly. Let's see. Once the server catches up. Alright. So that's 7 farming. I can go straight to cabbages. I don't need to do... I love those levels I got with plowing earlier. Now with doing this, I can just gather a bunch of super compost, and it'll take a while. but eventually we'll be getting some good herbs grown. So let's start with just making sure we have enough super combos for it all. Long time to put even just 15 of those in there. I'm gonna be glad when I eventually get the freaking watermelons. Now it's time for something a lot more intense. I am going to be pickpocketing this master farmer here, and I'm going to be doing it a lot. I need some more farming levels. Give me just a moment. Farming thieving levels. Give me just a moment. Again, I forgot to turn on the recording before I actually got the level. Oh well. I was just pickpocketing this man in order to get the last little bit of experience after getting all 15 of these. Anyway, now I can pickpocket master farmers, and I should definitely get some food before I do this. I'm gonna really quick thieve from the food stall just to get a little bit of food. Oh, of course I get another freaking... I can't even use the pineapple right now. But once I get enough to fully heal myself back to full, right there, gonna really quick start thieving out. Gonna start thieving some seeds. I need to get seeds that I can plant to start my actual farming. Alright, I spent a bit pickpocketing, and then once I ran low on food, I would go and grab some food from the food stall. Not super efficient. What level do I need to grow these? As much as I'd love to grow it, I can't really keep an irrit until then, and I can't keep a limpwort because I think that's also a bit high. 26, yeah. I'll get more of those once I get to the level to actually grow them. But for now, I'm actually going to grow my first allotments. Once I actually can get the rake around it. Alright, I got my first plants put in. And it looks like the compost bin is ready. So I'm going to very slowly put in, just grab all the buckets I can and start taking out that compost so I have some fresh space tomorrow, because yeah, I'm going to do more farming tomorrow, but tonight I'm getting tired. I think it's about bedtime. I completely forgot to actually record getting level, but level 9 farming, which means I can now grow guams, which is actually going to be huge. Herb lore experience is the biggest reason why we train farming. And yeah, first herb I can grow, which will help a lot for that herb lore experience. Let's keep moving. Okay, so I decided to do a bit of master farmer grinding just before I went to bed, because I had some extra inventory space and I felt it would be easier now. And of course, even though I'm super low level, I pull the freaking Renara seed. I'm never gonna pull this when I actually hit the level. Of course. I realized something when I was talking with a content creator I know pretty well, Extra Keen, if you've ever heard of him. I'm gonna put a link in. You probably know about him if you know about me, but still. he reminded me that I could actually note my papayas and pineapples and everything else that comes from farming, so I'm gonna be doing that from now on. Anyway, time to get more ultra compost made and time to farm some more. It shouldn't be long until I'm able to do more. Oh, I also dropped my butterfly net and my tinderbox. I did keep my axe. I plan on doing a little bit of fletching to get rid of any feathers I get from the hunter grind coming up. Anyway, that's the update. I don't even know how I died. Okay, I'm lying. I do know how I died, but I don't even know like why I was so stupid to not realize that I was at 1 HP at Master Farmers. Time to get back. And there's my stuff. Time to get back to pickpocketing. Not that much time lost. It's just annoying that I have to leave that I leave when I die. Sort of ruins the sanctity of the account. Just a tiny update. I decided that I'm going to be going back to thieving, and more importantly, I decided to drop my marigold, cabbage, and onion seeds from thieving. The reason why is so that way I can have less space being taken up by seeds. Pretty soon it's gonna be getting a little bit tight. I'm going to try and only have essential seeds. I've got the sweet corn because I'm so close to the level to do them. And I've got this Ranar. I'm tempted to drop it, but like, it'd be so nice having prayer pots. And I'm not ultra far from being able to grow it, and there is a snake grass spawn over there. It'd just be great for herblore and stuff. So I'm considering keeping that. But yeah, that's the update. I'm gonna thieve some more seeds, and let's see what we get. Alright, so my timer was a bit off, so it's gonna be about 20 minutes. I wanted to get one more farm run in, but I'm not gonna be able to. So instead, it's time to focus on my next thing, and I'll finish this up before I finish this farm run. It won't be too long. So I'm going to Land's End, thanks to Theos here. Oh, and that's an easy task. I should really quick check the task list for Courage, long achievement diary. Let's see, mines of iron. I can complete the first rank. Let me check the second rank. Yeah, no, I can't do that. That's the only thing preventing me from getting a... Let me check that one. Chinchampa. Yeah, there's exactly 2 tasks keeping me from completing the medium diary. Once I complete the medium, if I would have completed the medium, I would have had a pretty good item. Anyway, I'm coming over here to grab... Oh, did I even... Oh, yeah, I am. This clip is a mess. But anyway, it's time to grab... That's the wrong one, that's the box trap. I'm grabbing the bird trap again, so I can be able... I think it's in here, actually. Grabbing the bird snare again, so I can be able to actually train Hunter more. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to train some Hunter on the birds over this way. Give me just 1 second. Birds over here. I am going to actually start killing a bunch, hunting a bunch of them, so I can be able to actually have my hunter at 15 for the next big goal, which will be getting 100% Piscarilia's favor. I'll meet you back when I do that. Oh, and also during the meantime, I will be chopping down trees and getting arrow shafts for me to use up my feathers from both this grind and the last one. Alright, I completely forgot that I need to actually record the level itself. But level 15. This means I can now catch ruby harvest, which I'm never going to do. But sandworms I actually am going to catch. And that's actually why I got the level for this. The whole reason why I'm training Hunter is for sandworms. So I'll meet you over at Port Piscarilius in order to start catching my sandworms. So one big thing I'm going to have to do is gain some GP. GP is going to be very useful. So I realize what I need to do. I am going to actually, really quick, sell these, I'm going to turn these logs into short bows, because I unlocked the level to do that. I think, yeah, I'll get it. Alright, so that's, ooh, and there's also totals at level 200. But now to make the rest of these short bows, and I'm going to sell them real quick. And I'm going to drop this bird trap because I don't need it. So now, I'm going to sell these to maintain some inventory space. And I will start hunting out those sandworms. It shouldn't take too long for me to get enough sandworms for the full favor, but it will take a bit. This should also give me some hunter levels, and more importantly, I'm going to do an interesting method. Most people just trade them all in. Let's see, 9 coins after selling all of them. I don't know how much it is, but sold them all. These I'm pretty sure sell for nothing. Yeah, they sell for nothing, but I'm not going to use them anyway. And 2 coins back, so I get back 2 of the 5 coins I spent. But yeah. Sorry, 7 coins, so I get back 5. I only lost 5 coins doing that, but that's fine. I'm going to, really quick, start hunting not sand crabs, sandworms, and actually, I might do something else first. Because I just realized that's probably going to be very important to do. I'm going to clear away some inventory space. Bit of a grind, but it should help a lot. It's going to clear away 1 inventory slot and start getting me towards my next unlock, which will be me getting the, but my big unlock will be getting a steel axe. So I'm going to be traveling from here all the way up here to smelt a few ore at a time, double checking. Yeah. I'm going to be smelting a few copper and tin at a time, taking it to an anvil up here, and then going all the way back. I'm going to double check if I can clear away 1 inventory slot. If I had 1 more slot, I could be able to do a full, 1, 2... I could do a full 8 instead of 7.5. So I'm gonna see if I can get rid of an inventory slot real quick, and I'll be right back. I want to, like, save the inventory spot and do my, I want to save the inventory spot and do the sandworms, but I also realized I should probably get those sandworms done as soon as possible. The sooner sandworms are done, that means the sooner Piscarilius is just finished. I don't need to worry about potentially losing favor. And also it means that it will just be out of the way. It will also give me some higher hunter to potentially catch some implings. Yeah. I'll take care of the smithing eventually, and I'll clear this inventory spot. By then I should probably have it. But in the meantime, I need to make a bit of gold. I'm gonna check how much it costs for what I'm doing. But I should be able to make some gold doing this. I'm not going to be doing what normal people do during sandworms. I'm going to be doing something rather weird. Alright, so this method will be pretty simple. I'm going to do it for some gold first. But what I'm going to be doing is digging up these sandworm casings. Dig them up. And bucket of sandworms. I'm going to really quick swap my left click for now to empty the buckets. So this should empty the buckets, and I'm going to do one full inventory of just regular to show you what I'm going to do to gain favor and gain gold. Both should be pretty similar. The only major difference being that when I'm doing it for gold, I will be taking the grubs out of the bag, out of the bucket, and when I'm doing it for favor, I will leave it in when I talk to the guy. Alright. Now that I've got a full inventory, if I want to make gold, I just take these out. But if I want to just get some favor, I just talk with him, and he takes them from me. And it gave me 6.4% favor for just those few. So now, time to collect more. This time I'll be doing it for gold, because I do need some gold. Both from the buckets, and just in general. So let's deal with that. Please show what exactly I'm going to do, because my inventory is full of buckets. Just drop the spade, take out all these sandworms, and sell them for... Whoa, that's a lot more than I thought it would be. That is a lot more than I thought it would be. Probably because it's a lot more sandworms than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, now I have... That's gonna be good. I'll probably do it until I get... I think I'll do it for gold until I get 30k. That should last me for pretty much everything till wintertodt. If I need more, I can always do more of this. So I'm just gonna get gold until I have 30k. So one thing I've been doing in order to make sure that I earn more money for my time is I actually hop worlds every time I do the sandworms for money. I hop worlds. Alright, and with this inventory, of sandworms, I should be over 30,000. Plus a few hundred. Now, it won't be that amount once I finish with the grind. It'll probably be high 29,000. But that'll be great still, because it means that I've got plenty of gold to do the rest of the grinds on this account for quite a while. Anyway, that's the progress. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, and with this inventory, it should. Never mind, I'm not smart. Next inventory should do it. I completely forgot to record it. Well, I remembered to record it, but I accidentally closed the recorder. Well, we need to talk with this guy, and he'll be over to repair the big statue in the center of the region. Once that's all assembled, it's gonna look great. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, almost forgot to say it. Next time, we're actually going to be doing Tithe Farm. Or at least building up to it. Because in Tithe Farm, there's a reward that will make it so I can smith even more. Because we'll have a few less spaces taken up by different seeds. Anyway, I'll see you next time.